everybody. It is Friday, June 12th. My name is Karen and this is BobbleHeadKnits. It's not really Friday, June 12th if you're watching this. It's most likely Friday, June 26th. As many of you know, I am physically moving today. On the 26th. So I'm recording this early so that you have an episode to watch. So we're gonna just do something a bit different here. I wanted to give you a check-in on where my 12 cast-ons that I did in January with Ange at Yarn and Yarns, where those 12 cast-ons currently stand or don't stand. So I'm going to run through the list and kind of give you an update on each project. So bear with me here. I have already recorded my regular daily or weekly vlog for the 12th, and I did that, ran out, got my hair cut, so new haircut, and got some coffee. So I'm just now getting resettled, and we're gonna dive right in here and talk about the 12 cast-ons right after I take a sip of coffee. All right, let's go, shall we? All right, this is not gonna be in any particular order. I'm gonna talk about, tell you the project I cast on, show you a picture of what the project is, talk about the yarn I used, and if I have the actual physical project, I will show you it, but in some cases I do not, so you have to use your imaginations. All right, first up, in no particular order, is the Traveler Cowl by Andrea Mowry. Beautiful cowl, love it. I cast it on using the Woolberry Fiber Co. Berry Cozy Sock Yarn, which I got as part of a Galentine box from last year. It was knit from Stash Yarn. It's beautiful yarn. However, as I was knitting this, I realized I did not like the way that all the colors were working together in this particular pattern. So I ripped it out. Some of the yarn was sacrificed in ripping it out. And I did not cast it back on. I think I probably will find some other yarn to knit this project on, but not this year. So that was the first of the 12 cast-ons. And many of you know that I was trying to use up my Advent yarn that I had in stash. Haven't used it all yet, have not cast it all on, but getting there. All right, so project number 1. All right, the next one that I cast on was the Melt the Ice hat. This was a pattern by Paul S. Neary. I knit this for my friend Melissa, who lives in Minnesota. And I used Stranded Dye Works Merino DK, and the colorway was Red Velvet. And here is a picture of the finished object because I went ahead, finished it, and sent it to her. So that was a very successful knit. I was really happy with it. I probably will be casting on another one when the weather gets cooler and keeping the other one for myself or giving it to my husband. So that was project number 2. All right. Project number 3, Vanilla Bean Socks by the Crazy Sock Lady, Kayla Litton. And I knit these for my friend Brooke, who lives in Oklahoma. I used some sparkle sock set that was part of an Advent that I got from Chromatic Yarns. I got it in 2023. It was 4 sock sets. And I have used, well, so far only the one have I finished, but they were knit. I will show you a picture here, hopefully, and gifted to Brooke already. So another one of them cast on, or cast off. Cast on and cast off, finished. Another successful knit. All right, in the process of doing that, I also knit some spiral tube socks for my grandson using some of that leftover yarn. Those were also already gifted. Unfortunately though, they did not fit him. They were too small. So I did use a little bit of that. Those were technically not part of the 12 cast-ons, but I just thought I'd mention that. All right, next up, I knit myself a muscle burrow by Zelda Teague. Here's a picture what that looks like. Hang on, my phone's ringing. I need to decline that call. There we go. All right, this muscle burrow was for me. I knitted up using mustache yarn, perfect sock set. The colorway was Glacier after Glacier National Park. And I used up the whole skein, and the hat was finished by March. I do have it finished. So another successful one of my 12 cast-ons. All right, next up, I just cast on some vanilla easy socks, basically. I used other yarn for my stash. It was Wool Addicts by Lane Yards. I guess base, or the collection was called Footprints. The colorway was color 1115, no name. And those were socks for me. Another successful knit. I finished it. They look great. They're cotton socks. Very happy with them. I wear them often. So I've already gotten a lot done on those 12, huh? Now we're getting into the ones I haven't gotten done. All right, moving right along. I cast on as another of the 12 these Swatchtastic bunting. These were bunting triangles by Tin Can Knits. These are meant to go in my current house, up above the windows in my office. But as I said, I'm moving today. So I have them. I'll show them to you here. I probably already showed you I've shown you a picture of how they should have looked. I've got a few of them. Here they are, look, beautiful. And I've done a few, as I said, but nowhere near done. I've got 4 of them. Still have a lot of little things of yarn, little balls of yarn. They are not done. I don't have windows in, well, I have windows in my new condo, but I don't have them in my new office. I don't really need this cast on anymore, but I'm thinking I will go ahead and finish it. You can just use the bunting either, well, it depends. I might use them in my new office, or I might just use them, like, break them out whenever we're having like a birthday celebration or something. Might as well. I mean, I have this many. I have all this yarn. So, yeah, I'm going to go ahead and continue working on these for now. And hopefully they'll be done this year. We'll see. They're just kind of hanging out. All right. Next cast on of the 12. All right. The next one. These socks have taken me forever. I've only got one done. And this would be the Rye Sock by Tin Can Knits. Knit from my stash. Oh, the Swatchtastics were also knit from my stash. I'm using some Advent yarn I got from Giddy Knits, and also just some random scraps that I had laying around. So, but back to the Rye Socks. Another cast on from the 12. Here is the one I did finish. I'm using West Yorkshire Spinners Signature 4-ply self-striping sock yarn. The colorway is Rum Paradise. I have not cast on the second one, but I'm thinking it'll get cast on soon. So one is done. I don't usually have second sock syndrome, so I know it will get done. It's just a matter of when, because I got other things I'm working on, right? All right. Next up is my confectionery cardigan by Margaret. Margaret goes by one name. Oh, that's not it. Hang on, let me get it. There it is. This is, I'm showing you a picture, hopefully, is a beautiful cardigan that I'm knitting with an advent also from Chromatic Yarns from the same year. Sorry about the crinkle crinkle. And also Arcane Fiberworks. This is like a carbon or charcoal color is the additional color. Let me find it. Where is it? Oh, there it is. Hang on, we're getting it. Crinkle, crinkle. I've not gotten very far on it. Here we are. It's very curly, so, and it's been in this bag, so it's gonna be hard to see. Hang on, hopefully I've shown you a picture of it that looks nice. But there it is. I do want to finish this, so I think it will become a project I focus on once I unpack it, because by now it's packed up in somewhere in my new condo, and it'll be a while before I get to it, but I do plan on finishing it. So there are a bunch of little balls of yarn, and I'm just knitting, 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 and basically it will go like this and be like this, and then have long sleeves, and yeah, all the things. It'll be beautiful, but not as far along as I should be or would like to be. All right, hang on. All right, I'm gonna pause you briefly because I just realized that I have a project that I need to go get to show you. Okay, I'm back. Sorry about that. I'd left one of the projects in the living room. All right, this project is the Rocket Tee by Tennis Lavallee, and I am, by today, the 26th, I'm done with it. I probably have already shown it to you, but as of the reel today, the 12th, I'm not done with it. I am on the cast off for the bind off edge of the shirt itself. This is what it looks like, and I am very close to being done casting off. It's an I-cord edge, so it is curling, as I-cord edges tend to do. And then I have to finish the sleeves. So this is knit with Blackbird Sycamore in the colorway Glacier, which is the blue or the turquoise. And then this white, speckled white, is Moonstone. And so I still have some finishing. After I do finish the sleeves, it's short, it's gonna be short sleeves, but I still have that much sleeve to knit, and finish the bind off and then do the collar. But as I said, by the 26th, it'll be done. So yes, very successful of the 12 cast-ons, right? All right, hang on. I want to put this out of the way, not lose any needles. All right, I need to take a sip of water now. Hang on. I have to tell you that I was a little intimidated by doing 12 cast-ons with Ange, but it was and has been a lot of fun. I will probably be doing it again when she does it next year. And yeah, it's been, I've highly recommend it if you've not done it. And in my case, it's just kept me knitting, knitting, knitting. And also all of the things, except for the one I frogged, I'm really happy with. All right, next up, next project is this is a bias baby blanket. Hang on, here it is. I started this for my grandson, but he's like 3. By the time I finish it, I don't know if it's gonna be too small for him, so it may end up being a donation or something I hang on to for, you know, anyone who ends up having a baby. We'll see. This was also knit from Stash Yarn. This was Knit Picks Chroma Worsted in the colorways Cousteau. I originally bought this yarn to knit my grandson a baby blanket, so I just figured I'd go ahead and knit it even though he's 3. So very easy knitting, really happy with it. This actually will be a project that I'm not going to pack up because I'm going to actually just, as soon as I'm done with my Rocket Tea, it'll be the next one I really focus on. So that one will get done, we know. All right, next up, and I believe the last of the 12. I think so. Yeah, I think that's 12. I could be wrong. I'm not keeping count. Maybe you are, but I'm not. All right, I cast on the halibut sweater. I've not gotten much done with it. I've not touched it since I cast it on. So this is a pattern by Caitlin Hunter. All I have is part of the collar, or of the turtleneck. So I still have a lot. I don't know if you can hear that, but that's my dog snorting outside the door. Anyways, that's all I have. And I am knitting it with, this purple is Rowan Moordale in the color Peony. And then the halibut sweater, in case you didn't know, has a halibut color work like across the yoke. So I'm knitting that with some undyed alpaca DK weight that I got in Scotland back in 2022 from, I believe the name of the company was Herbadine Woolshed in the Isle of South Ulster. Yeah. We just wandered in this shop and I saw it. I think the actual yarn came from an alpaca called Charlie. I could be wrong on that, but I think that was his name. So that one I will get back to eventually. I just have not had, like, it's not so much incentive as much as there are other things I've been knitting instead. So I believe that's 12 projects. I guess I could go back and count, but you know, hopefully if you're keeping score, you know if it was or not. So that's where things stand. Again, as I said, this 12 cast ons with Ange, Yarn and Yarns, such a fun thing. Whether I will get all these things done before the next 12 cast-ons in next January, December, whatever, whenever it is, who knows? But I will definitely be partaking again in doing more cast-ons with Ange because it's been a lot of fun, as I said, and I've really enjoyed it. And yeah, it's highly, highly recommend, as I said. All right, I'm gonna get going, no doubt. There's a lot of unpacking to be done, so I'm probably busy doing that. With any luck, next week you will have another regular episode from my new place. And yeah, that's it. Okay, everyone have a great week, and I will talk to you later. Bye.